will be the announcer for the 6th grade concert. Sitting on the stage before you is the Martha Puckett Middle School 6th grade band. We are thrilled to present to you their first performance. We know you will be pleasantly surprised at what they have learned in such a small amount of time on their instruments. Not everyone learns to play an instrument. It takes physical and mental work. It also takes time to practice while learning an instrument. Each of the musicians here tonight has demonstrated their ability and desire and has earned membership in the Martha Puckett Middle School Band. They are going to demonstrate what has been learned up to this point in their brief but successful musical careers. After learning how to take their instruments out of the cases and assembling them, they finally got to do what they wanted to do for a very long time, produce their first sound on their instruments. It sounded something like this. It was obvious they had some challenges facing them the next few weeks. The second week proved to be quite eventful. Mr. Jones patiently worked with the band until they could all produce their first note. Now they sounded like this. But they needed a little more work before they were ready for this performance. Producing that first note allowed them to proceed to their first lessons where they learned to count while they played. This is necessary to perform together. They added a different rhythm or beats to those first notes and it began to take on a new sound. This may be more interesting than the first note, but it is still not a complete tune that you would go around whistling all day. They added a couple of new notes and discovered they should start playing some recognizable tunes. This may be the moment at home when you felt for the first time that music lessons were starting to take hold. This is what they sounded like at school that day. We don't want to bore you with the mechanics of the next few lessons, but as the band members started to complete these, everyone was convinced that this was going to be one of the finest beginning bands ever. Here's one of their favorite pieces. As we continued in class, our songs have gotten harder and longer. This allows us to play songs such as Lightly Rode. We also have learned how to play songs where everybody does not have the same note. We sometimes have to play two parts at the same time. This is one of the hardest things we have to do. We learned about one of the most famous composers of all times, Mozart. Although he only lived to the age of 35, he was able to accomplish many amazing things. He began playing professional piano at age 6. He also wrote more than 600 musical compositions. We are going to play a portion of one of those compositions. You may recognize it as Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So far this year becoming the next generation of Wayne County band members. It seems so far away, but before you know it, 7th and 8th grade will be gone and we will be in the high school band. The roots of our tree have been planted. Please come make sure you watch it all grow. We would like to close our portion of the concert tonight with a familiar holiday tune, Jingle Bells.